Now, in the run up to the general elections, the BJP has been putting a lot of focus on the South, particularly because of the Prime Minister's narrative of Char So Par, which means they need to make inroads in South India. And part of Mission South is, of course, Tamil Nadu as well. The Prime Minister has been making a lot of visits to Tamil Nadu, especially from the beginning of this year. There have been repeated visits to Tamil Nadu, including one that just got concluded. It sparked a huge debate on whether the BJP can actually make inroads into the state of Tamil Nadu. Modi is also scheduled to visit again in a few days from now when he's going to be in Chennai. So, what really are the BJP's chances in Tamil Nadu? The DMK has dismissed all of these visits, saying it's not going to have any impact. In fact, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Stalin has now gone ahead and said that Prime Minister Modi is visiting Tamil Nadu because he's scared. He's sensing that he's going to lose, and that's why, with that fear, he's coming and visiting Tamil Nadu. And once again, it's triggered a big political war of words. Now, if you look at MK Stalin and Narendra Modi, on every picture when they're together, there's always this warmth, this bonhomie that comes through. But the politics also that's involved is extremely heated, and we've seen instances of that. Today, as we speak, it is Chief Minister MK Stalin's 71st birthday, so he's just a few years younger than Prime Minister Modi himself. There were wishes that came in from Prime Minister Modi, but at the same time, parallelly, the BJP put out a wish in Mandarin for Chief Minister MK Stalin because of the Chinese ad that was put up by the DMK with Chinese rockets essentially at the time when the Prime Minister was there. So to in fact discuss what really are the political takeaways from the Prime Minister's visit and the DMK's charge that he's visiting because he's sensing that he's going to lose, that the BJP is going to lose in Tamil Nadu. I have on this broadcast Mr. S.G. Suryah of the BJP and also Dharanidharan or Salem Dharanidharan as he's popularly called of the Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam. Welcome to both of you. Thank you very much for joining us here on SoSouth. Dharanidharan, can I start with you? What's your response to the Prime Minister's visit? He said that, there's no development in Tamil Nadu, that this is the end of DMK essentially in Tamil Nadu.
See, I think I don't know what PM referred to as development. If you think doing communal politics and having communal violence is development, then certainly we do not have that kind of a development. but if you have to look at inclusive, if you look, is Tamil Nadu grown as a state in an inclusive manner? Definitely yes. Let's compare Gujarat, right, where he was the chief minister for more than 15 years with Tamil Nadu. Graduate enrollment ratio of Gujarat is about 28%. Tamil Nadu is 52%. Number of doctors per capita, Tamil Nadu is 4 per thousand, which is higher than the OECD average, and Gujarat is 0.8 per thousand. Poverty rate in Tamil Nadu, as per the union government, is about 2.5%. Gujarat is about 20%, about 8 times higher. Or let's take it any other health-related metrics. Tamil Nadu has done better in all the metrics possible. Even if you look at industrial growth, 1 in 4 Dalit entrepreneurs live in Tamil Nadu. If you look at women labor force participation, Tamil Nadu is about 35%, is twice that of Indian average as well as twice that of Gujarat. 67% of the factory workers in India, women factory workers in India live in Tamil Nadu. So we've had growth which is very inclusive, which I don't think any BJP rules can compare. Even apart from that, any socio-economic metric you could look into it, Tamil Nadu ranks number one. Anything, go into health, female infanticide, Tamil Nadu ranks much best in India, and Gujarat is somewhere from rank 22nd or 23rd. So I don't know how he can come and say that there's no development. Even per capita GDP in 1966, before DMK came to power in 67, per capita GDP of Tamil Nadu and Uttar Pradesh were same. But 2011, when DMK remitted office, per capita GDP of Tamil Nadu was thrice that of Uttar Pradesh. It's only made possible because of inclusive politics. Even in terms of and also the unique thing about Tamil Nadu is the only state in India where it ranks number one socio-economic development as well as in industrial growth. You can say states such as Maharashtra, Gujarat are certainly well in industrial growth, but socio-economic development, even as per Niti Aayog ranking, they rank in the bottom 10. And maybe
I'll get a response from the BJP on these
No, let me
but what's your response before I take this to Suryah? Just one more question to you, Dharanidharan, so we get a complete response from you. What's your response to the Prime Minister saying that this is the beginning of the end for the DMK in Tamil Nadu?
Yes, so see, we know, if you know history, from 60s, then in the 90s, then in the 80s, then in the 90s, then now, certain parties have been saying that DMK would be decimated, the end of DMK. Only the parties which have wished for the end of DMK have been destroyed, as the history has shown. So DMK will stay, and we know which party is going
Okay.
to get destroyed. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Let's get a response from Suryah right now. Suryah, you heard Dharanidharan. He's given you a direct comparison between Tamil Nadu and Gujarat to show you who's developed more. And they're also saying that any party that's predicted the doom of DMK has been doomed themselves.
I'll answer the second question first. It's about decimation or whatever of DMK. In the last 52 years, the DMK has ruled the state only for 14 years. And every time in the last 5 decades they came to power, it's only because of the split in the opposition or something like that. It is not that people of Tamil Nadu elected DMK by will, by wish, and etc. So any development that Tamil Nadu is having is not because of DMK, it is in spite of DMK. That has been our argument continuously. Secondly, they keep pointing about different data, pinpoint and pick up data selectively to show that Gujarat is underdeveloped. My question is why Gujarat comes into the picture in the first place. Secondly, let us forget about the past. Let us talk about the present. So, what is the debt of Tamil Nadu? Whether Tamil Nadu is able to present a surplus budget, in spite of having a liquor revenue of 50,000 crores, still you are unable to present a surplus budget. Whereas Gujarat, with zero liquor revenue, is able to present a surplus budget. So, this development indicators are a very different ball game together. When it comes to Tamil Nadu, we have seen how the 3,000 crores worth of ganja has been seized recently, where DMK leader has been the kingpin. He has been operating. Now he is absconding. Today, how our youngsters are, affected through this ganja culture that is being spread. How DMK is colluding with the people and etc. So let us talk about the present. When Prime Minister spoke that DMK should be destroyed, it should be destroyed for different reasons. You had your own ex-finance minister coming on record and telling that the first family has looted 30,000 crores. These are allegations that are not answered by the DMK still. They are just passing away the buck. You have your own DMK leader says Mr. Duraimurugan has amassed wealth to the tune of 60,000 crores. So, amassing so much of wealth, 30,000 crores, 60,000 crores of people's money, obviously the Prime Minister will be angry because he is the person who lives with his words that corruption should not be there. Personally, he has maintained an impeccable integrity compared to any other leader. So,
Okay.
obviously he will say people are agitated today with the DMK. They have not fulfilled any of their promises. They kept giving so many promises, right from abolition of NEET as the first signature once they assumed power. Today, we have seen in Chennai how, as normal bus stand shifting is not properly done. People are up in arms against the shifting of a bus stand. So they have failed in every single thing. Dharanidharan keeps telling different indicators and etc. Can he tell a single infrastructure project that is, launched or completed by DMK?
Okay, Dharanidharan, would you like to respond to that? What is the development infrastructure project? One
So
example
firstly,
for
I'll
me.
go and talk about. See, firstly, let me talk about the finance of Tamil Nadu. When DMK entered office in 2011, Tamil Nadu was a revenue surplus state, and Gujarat was a revenue deficit state by about 2,000 crores, and Tamil Nadu was revenue surplus by 1,500 crores. And then under AADMK, both under Jayalalitha, and more so after Edappadi Palaniswamy, with whom his party had an alliance for the longest, Tamil Nadu finances went under mess. The revenue deficit after 2006 became 10,000 crores, 15,000 crores, 30,000 crores, 40,000 crores, then 66,000 crores. And then immediately after DMK came to power in 2021, in the budget presentation of 2022 March, Tamil Nadu's revenue deficit reduced by about 10,000 crores. And in spite of a bad COVID, in spite of delivering on most of the poll promises, and Tamil Nadu was the only state to have improved its revenue position at that point of time because of COVID and other necessary expenditures which other states had undergo. And so, and also when the DMK attempted office in 2011, our debt to GDP ratio was about 17%, 17%, and then in 2021 it was 27%, and each year we have been reducing the debt to GDP ratio. Right, you can't talk about debt in an
Okay.
absolute number because as GDP grows, the debt will naturally increase for any country or any state. But what you have to look at
Okay,
what
fair enough.
percentage of that
Fair
point.
enough. But
Having
why
also
don't you
having
sure.
said that,
Why don't
this
you also
union
address the two
government.
issues about corruption, one, and second about infrastructure projects, especially corruption, because Dharanidharan, There are allegations right now against DMK ministers. You look at Senthil Balaji, you look at Ponmudi. There are so many cases now that are piling up. The BJP has made this an entire narrative, saying that, if you want to crack down on corruption, you have to get rid of the DMK.
See, I think corruption as such, it's felt by the people, then there is corruption. But I don't think any common people in Tamil Nadu have faced any corruption after the DMK has come to power. You ask the people, have a survey, you will clearly see that this government is a transparent and government that is accountable, which is the reason why even the poll results you showed, the pre-poll survey you showed, the people gave a thumping majority for the DMK, that is we are winning 40.
It's also
on 40,
showing a
39
rise for
plus
the
1.
BJP. It's showing a rise for the BJP also. You can't deny that.
And also, let me say, I think that is going at, I do not know. I think when we have the election result, we know that. But what you have to see is the percentage of votes of DMK have not reduced. Even your competitor channel has shown an increase, 10% increase in vote share for the DMK.
But right. You can't accept one part of the survey and then dismiss another part, Dharanidharan. The whole thing you have to
I'm not dismissing the other part. What I'm trying to say is DMK's percentage vote share has increased, and whatever has to ADMK, if it has gone to another party, that is not my concern. Election results will show if that is the case. Right? It is between ADMK and BJP. They are competing with each other for a vote share, which is not my concern. Why am I concerned about how the opposition parties are dealing with their issues? Who is running the party better? But having said that, Tamil Nadu is a place of Periyar, Anna, and Kalaignar, and I'm certain that they will not go to a party that is communal and divides people on communal lines, because here, of course, people are very religious. Tamil Nadu has more per capita temples than anywhere else, but having said that, people have always kept religion out of politics here. That doesn't mean that people are not religious. They're very religious, but religion has no place in politics in Tamil Nadu. That has been the case for the last 100 years from the days of Justice Party. So I am certain that people would not go to a party that divides people on communal lines. That's my opinion, and people give the mandate, so we know what.
I'm just going to wait for Suryah also to join here so he can respond to that. But in the meanwhile, the point that you made on corruption, saying that people don't believe there's corruption, there are serious charges against your ministers, which you cannot deny at this point.
See, I think ED as such has been acting in a partisan manner. Why is ED only going after opposition-ruled leaders? 95% of the ED cases are against opposition leaders or people linked to the opposition parties.
But these are not just the ED. These are not just the ED. There are cases where the Madras High Court has pulled them up. The Madras High Court has pulled them up, saying that this is clear case of corruption which has been attempted to push it aside and things like that. So it's not
the matter is subject. But what I'm saying is, if since 2021 until now there is no corruption, if at all there is corruption, BJP is the party that legalized corruption through electoral bonds. That's why Supreme Court has to suspend it. What is electoral bonds? Electoral bonds is any corporate company or any person or any rogue organization can donate how much ever it wants to a ruling party, and only BJP know who has donated how much. So if there is no quid pro quo in electoral bonds, then where can you find quid pro quo? So electoral bonds is clear form of legalized corruption, and BJP introduced it in name of transparency, accountability through a money bill. It's very clear. When countries like Brazil, after Petronas scandal, banned corporate donations altogether, France, Belgium, most developed Western economies banned corporate donations. You don't ban corporate donations, fine, but you make those donations anonymous, not just from corporates, but also from any rogue organization.
My problem here, I really wish Suryah could be here, but we'll get to him in just a bit. He's having a bit of a problem with his connection. So I'll give him a fair chance to respond to all that you're saying. But in the meanwhile, you say that the cases with regards to the ministers are sub judice, but electoral bonds is also in court. You're more than willing to talk about that issue. So, selectively is the DMK picking up on issues of corruption?
No, it is not selective. I think even before the court had annulled it, I think it was very clear that electoral bonds is a threat to democracy. Is not just me. Even international organizations, think tanks are written about the ill effects of corporate donations, not just in India but in other countries too. You add that up with anonymous fund donations, and you top it up with the fact of selective transparency. That is only BJP knowing which firm is donating how much.
So we'll wrap this up right here. But Dharanidharan, thank you very much for joining us here at SoSouth. Thanks to Suryah as well for the
Thank you.
limited time that he could be with us. We wish we could have taken that conversation forward with the BJP as well. And hopefully, in the next few moments, as I wrap this up, we'll get Suryah to join us just to get his final comments as well. But let us know in the comments what you also think about the BJP's prospects in Tamil Nadu and whether you believe there's any truth to the DMK saying that there's no way that the DMK can be wiped out and that the BJP is only coming to Tamil Nadu and you've got the Prime Minister coming to Tamil Nadu only out of a fear of losing. I can see that Suryah is attempting to join us here. So I'm going to also discuss a few of the points that in fact has been spoken about a lot in Tamil Nadu also in the run-up to this election. Because while you've got the BJP putting the focus on corruption and also on nepotism, that's another issue that constantly the BJP has raised. The DMK has countered, saying that the BJP stands no chance essentially in Tamil Nadu. As Dharanidharan also said, you heard him there saying that politics and religion are two very, very different things in the state of Tamil Nadu. And that's why the BJP can never really make way in Tamil Nadu. You look at the numbers right now as far as surveys go, opinion polls go. You look at the Mood of the Nation survey put out by India Today. We're predicting that the BJP could get about a 15% vote share. So that is a big jump if you look at their previous numbers, considering that so far they've only managed about single digit, especially in 2019, where it was roughly about 3%. Now, the vote share that we're giving as per the Mood of the Nation survey is at about 15%. So we'll have to see if really that number goes up or comes down in the coming few weeks as well. Okay, so Suryah, what's your response to the DMK? They're alleging that, the BJP can't preach about corruption because at the end of the day, if you talk about corruption, electoral bonds comes up. What's your response?
We surprised that DMK is preaching about corruption because they have a minister who is inside prison on corruption charges for more than 300 days now. And there is another DMK minister who has been already convicted, who lost his MLA position, who lost his minister position, who is going on different appeals. So I think it is very preachy for DMK to talk about corruption. Even more irony is they talk about electoral bonds. DMK has received 95% of their total funding through electoral bonds. DMK is the number one regional party with maximum funding through electoral bonds. If they are really opposed to the idea of electoral bonds, I think they shouldn't be using it. And Dharanidharan's claim that only BJP knows its donors is very amusing because even DMK has received thousands of crores through electoral bonds. So they should be knowing their own donors. So I think it is very rich coming from DMK to oppose electoral bonds. If they are really against electoral bonds, they shouldn't have used a penny of it. They should have collected donations through different means that is authorized by the Election Commission of India. Using the same electoral bonds, collecting maximum money for any regional party through electoral bonds, and then complaining about electoral bonds is very funny for me. I don't think they're very serious about what they're talking about.
Okay, you look at the survey right now. Yes, there are numbers in favor of the BJP in the sense it shows that, yes, you're making inroads in Tamil Nadu, but there is still a sizable chunk that votes for the DMK, Suryah. And that's what, in fact, Dharanidharan is also referring to, saying that our numbers are intact. It means that people believe that, they are clean, that there's no corruption seeping down to the common man in Tamil Nadu.
I will disagree if Dharanidharan says the numbers are intact because during the last Lok Sabha polls, DMK has polled more than 55% of the votes. Today, every single survey is giving minus 10 percentile for DMK. And the minus 10 percentage goes to BJP because we have been claimed as a 2%, 3% party. But today, every single survey is giving us upward of 15% of votes single-handedly. So I think there is a significant reduction in DMK's votes, even in the surveys that have come out. And certainly on ground, the 3 years of DMK role has been horrible, and definitely the vote percentage will come down. I will agree if they do electorally well because of the split opposition, that is still possible. But significantly, their reputation, their vote percentage, their number of seats will certainly come down. And BJP as a political party will go tremendous growth in this election. So not only in terms of vote share, but
No,
also
but
in
the
terms
DMK,
of number of seats.
if you look at the surveys right now, Suryah, the DMK is holding on. Your gain is because of AIADMK's loss.
No, so we are certainly bagging much of the anti-incumbency vote because we have been performing as a better opposition party for the last 3 years. Like we all have seen, Mr. Annamalai is the vociferous voice of the anti-DMK politics in Tamil Nadu today. Every single mistake of DMK, be it the current ganja culture or be it BGR energy scam, be it the Kilambakam bus stand tragedy, anything the DMK is anti people, BJP's voice is the first voice. And this is not a recent phenomenon, but for the last 3 years, this has been a continuous trend in Tamil Nadu politics. And that is why we keep telling not only the media people, but also the pollsters that this elections will bring a big surprise which they have not expected. The impact of 3 years of anti-DMK politics carried out by Mr. Annamalai is untested and it will definitely be huge.
Okay, let's say that the BJP, records a record growth in Tamil Nadu, if you will. But even then, to talk about wiping out the DMK, to say this is the end of the DMK, would you say, and many analysts say that, look, this is wishful thinking, that the DMK has been in Tamil Nadu for so long, is ingrained in Tamil Nadu politics. To say DMK will go away, will be completely removed from the political narrative of Tamil Nadu, is that just wishful thinking? Is that even possible at this stage, Surya?
See, DMK, ever since the inception of DMK, they have been coming to power. They have been surviving only with the help of strong alliances, rainbow alliances. DMK individually, they have not won a single election in Tamil Nadu. So that is why they know DMK as a single party cannot survive, cannot manage the onslaught. That's why they keep forming the rainbow coalitions, rainbow alliances. Now they are bringing in more parties into the alliance. Our point is if DMK is sure of having given a golden rule in the last 3 years, do they have the guts to contest elections alone in Tamil Nadu? No. They still are sticking up to the rainbow alliances. They've been giving seats, they've been giving donation to parties like Communist Party who are part of their alliances. So that shows that they are not ready to face the electorate alone. If you see ADMK in the last 2014-2016 elections, they had contested alone. They contested in their own symbol in all the 40 constituencies, all the 234 assembly constituencies. But DMK is sticking up to alliances. So defeating DMK is certainly a possibility, if not in the coming election, but in the future elections. And ultimately, that is going to be our goal. That has been our goal because we are ideological opponents. We disagree with the politics of DMK, be it dynastic policy, be it corruption, or anything else. So we'll certainly keep fighting the DMK and we'll sure defeat them also. It is not that we have not defeated DMK. If you go back to 2014 elections, we became the number two party by winning 3 seats in the Lok Sabha. DMK had won 0 seats. Their vote share was dismal 24%. So defeating DMK we have already done in 2014. We'll certainly do it in the future also.
Thank you very much for joining us on this broadcast. Here on SoSouth, we're going to continue getting you all the latest updates from South India. Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka, Telangana, and Andhra Pradesh, all the news and updates, more such discussions you can catch on our SoSouth channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks very much.